Ian Shark, a guy that I have heard his name quite a bit.
Dominant physically, offensive lineman. Regardless of the competition, he dominated.
Welcome to 24 Hour Sports. You are now here with Daryl Green. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as you can see today, we're back here with another one-on-one special with South Carolina State offensive lineman Ian Shark.
Yo.
And today, the first question that I want to ask you is, take me through those first 2 seasons at South Carolina State. How has that been?
Well, I'll say on my first season, I redshirted that season, but it was a good season. I'd say I got to experience traveling. I made travel squad first year, even though I was redshirting. So I was basically a redshirt backup, if that makes sense. But I got to travel to Mexico State, Philadelphia, places I'd never been before. And it was just a crazy experience and getting, learning from some good offensive linemen. I had a fifth-year senior in front of me. I learned a lot from him. He was 6'5", big guy. And so learning from them gave me a lot of experience. So once during the first year, we went to the championship, played Celebration Bowl, and we had won Jackson State, and we also won the MEAC champion. So winning 2 rings my first season was a great experience. And then going to my second season, I dealt with a lot of injuries. Spring practice, had torn labrum out for the whole season, spring season, and then coming into fall camp, and I was already getting ready to my starting position, and I hurt I pulled my hip flexor. So it was a lot of adversity going so far. And then once I got back from the hip flex, I went back to get in a position, get ready for the first game. First game, I broke my hand, so it was just injury after injuries. I thought I was going to be out for about 4-6 weeks, but ended up coming back after 2 weeks, and everything went good after that. Just had an up and down season from injuries going to back to starting last couple of games, and then getting back in the flow of things.
So what's the mindset? How do you feel emotionally? You performing well, training camp, summer, you working out, you doing everything in the weight room, everything on the field. How does it feel mentally? Where does that take your mental state when these coaches, they looking at Ian Shark, they want to put him, they want to start him, they got him high on the depth chart, but you're getting injured. How does that make you feel mentally? Do you feel like you're letting the coaches down?
Well, I said it's crazy because when you're on full scholarship between it's just you got a lot on your plate. They expect you to start immediately, do good immediately. So it's just once that injury, with me, I was redshirt my first year, so I couldn't show all of my ability. I did start one game, but it's not enough. So I was starting to get worried after the spring season because my coach was this is your time, show that you could belong with us, belong in the starting lineup, belong playing for South Carolina State. So once I got injured, it just started messing with my mind because I was thinking I couldn't show my shot right now. So once I got all fixed up with my injury, my torn labrum, fall camp came, I said, all right, I'm gonna prove myself. And I got another injury, that started just getting me in my mind hard. I was dog, I still haven't proved myself. They could find somebody to take my position that quick, stuff like that. Because college football business. So it just it started messing with my mind. But once I got back, I started performing well during fall camp. Once I got back for the last week, then my confidence started building. And then once I got my last injury, first game, I thought I was done after that. But everything worked out. Everything worked well.
So when you say done, what do you mean like that? You talk about mentally, did it take you to a dark place, a dark time? Because I know, especially with just college in general, can be hard. So balancing that with the athletic perspective, did it take you to a dark place, or did you always find something to keep you motivated?
Well, yeah, I found something to keep me motivated. It's saying all right, they're not gonna hopefully not completely give up on me because I showed a little bit. Not a lot, but I did show a little bit of I could play in the starting position. Like I said, I played one game my redshirt freshman year. So that kind of was in the back of my mind the whole time, all right, there's still a chance, that they're not giving up on me yet. But just in my mind also, I just gotta work harder in this adversity. Everybody deals through adversity, so I was I just gotta do what I gotta do to get my spot back. It just makes things harder. Life's not easy, so you're gonna have a lot of obstacles. So that was just one big obstacle right there. Just have to fight through that.
Okay, so South Carolina State, like, I know that's a place you got guys like Darius Leonard. Recently, we seen the Kobe Durant get drafted. What does it like? What's the tradition at South Carolina? What does it mean to be a Bulldog?
Well, I mean, South Carolina State is a defensive-minded school. I would say that, but it's a harder route being an offensive player because we're such a defensive-minded school. So that's why you see a lot of names like Darius Leonard, the Kobe Durant, Javon Hargrave, stuff like that. They're big in the NFL because of they're such a defensive-minded school. So I mean, being an offensive player, you get a kind of tough route. Like you go through a lot of it's the offense's fault, stuff like that, and it's a lot of that. It's since it's a defensive school, but when it come out of South Carolina State, you're gonna learn a lot of hard work and knowing how to be a dog. Get stuff out the mud. That's what it really teaches you out of South Carolina State.
Okay, so I want you to tell me the truth right now. Coming from high school, being the best, going to college, everybody the best. Everybody was the best. So what was that moment? Like, what was the moment somebody embarrassed you, or what was your welcome to college football moment?
Man, it was See, coming into high school, I was one of the strongest people. So my first year, I would say strongest, second strongest on the team. So I kind of had a little more confidence, so I was kind of strong. So we got one-on-one. We got one of our D linemen, his name Brandon Tucker. He go wild at fall killing. He always trying to start fights, stuff like that, create a bunch of crazy stuff. So I come in, got one-on-one. All right, it's gonna be easy. I'm strong and stuff like that. Man, he got me with one hand, put me back on my behind. So I can't say the other part, but he put me on behind. Everybody ooh, Christian. I said, oh, my coach told me to run a lap. I said, oh, it was I'll say that was an embarrassing moment.
So you mean to tell me Ian Sharp, somebody put him on the ground with one hand?
Man, it's life, man. Things happen. Ain't. But I came back. I did it too a couple of weeks ago. Once everything.
All right, you had to get your get back.
Yeah, get back.
So take me through routine, a daily routine for Ian Sharp, class, practice. What's the daily routine?
Well, I'll say so we wake up at 6. I wake around I say 5:20 because I gotta get right, get dressed, make sure I'm fresh, and then get to the facility around I say 5:45, get dressed up, taped up and stuff like that, get ready for practice, have about a 2-hour practice. Then I don't usually go to class. I have 11 o'clock class, so sometimes I just skip that class, take a little nap. After I shower and eat first, you gotta shower before you go to bed. But I'll shower and eat first, and then I go I think about going to my 12 o'clock class, depending on how I feel. And then I have lift after that, so usually if I do go to my class and I'm in the mood to go to class, go straight to lift. If not, I'll take a nap, then go to lift. And so I lift around maybe 1 o'clock, 12:30, something around there. And then after that, usually we have a meeting about 1:30, 2 o'clock meeting. Then after meetings, we have a little leisure time. I do my schoolwork, do something like that, and then we have study hall for 2 hours, 5 to 7. After that, a lot of us in the offensive line like to go out to the cafe and get something to eat, and go sleep, repeat.
All right, so compare and contrast, because I know we played together in high school, but what's the differences as far as on a lot of levels? What's the differences? How would you compare and contrast your high school coaches to your college coaches?
It's a completely difference. It's Coach Howell, I'll say I learned a lot from Coach Howell and Coach Lyon. They were strict on me. They were tough on me. They were good coaches, and they took a lot of stuff more serious. And I say my coaches in college serious too. It's they were just on me, pushing things on me. With college, it's it is strict too, but with the coaches in college, they're more of us. It's really more older adults and stuff like that. They can they click with you more. They'll talk about college life, stuff like that. They'll tap into your mind, stuff like that. What's going on? How you doing in school? What's going on in college? What kind of fun you having? And they'll tell you their story, stuff like that. So it's it's more of a grown man thing in college. Like the coach is more of a, on your level type of thing in college. So I say it's not much of a difference, but it's a little bit of difference.
So what about like playing, like as far as players, like competition?
Oh, it's fast paced. I said like everybody like in college, in high school you could like easily dominate somebody, but in high school, college, it's a little more different. I'm tripping. All right, in college it's a little more different because everybody as strong as you, as fast as you. So like everybody wanting that main goal, go to the NFL. So like if you pancake somebody, they're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna get you back. Like they might pancake you a couple plays later. Like it's gonna be back and forth, not like you just dominate the person the whole game. Like they're gonna get back too. So just a lot different.
From my experience playing college, I want to say one thing though. I know as far as like a leash, it's like you got a real short leash in college. Like because like I said, like you said, everybody was the best. Everybody is the best from wherever they came from, whatever school they came from. So now, okay, we all talented. So how can I find my way to beat you? If you talented, I'm talented. How can I find my way to beat you? And the biggest thing is that I've seen is the playbook. Like you gotta know the playbook. If you get out there and it's practice, it's team, 7-on-7, anything, 1-on-1s. You get out there, you don't know the plays, now your coach can't trust you, and that's a big thing. So I know defensively, I feel like it may be a little easier to remember a playbook, but offensively, I know it's like a million plays. So what are your study habits? How do you learn the playbook in order to have your coach trust you?
Well, I mean, it's like with the playbook, with me, how I learned it, like they give you a playbook. Like I came in early, like my freshman year, I came on early with like the scholarship people. So I got to learn to play a little faster. Like it was hard learning the plays because I like reading a book. Like looking at a play, like it's a lot of plays. It was like at least like 60 plays in the playbook. So looking at that, like I was all confused. Like it's gonna be hard and stuff like that. So I said like it was easier once we went on the field and did the plays. Like just doing them, it was like all right, it's simple because like coming from like high school, all we did was power. Cougar shake, all that, remember that. And that's all we did. So like, going to college, it was like, oh, like what's going on? Like I ain't know outside. I didn't know outside zone was power, all that read ops and stuff like that. I'm like, what's going on? So like, it was hectic going into college. It was just crazy. So like, it took me a little longer time learning the plays than some of the other people just because of my high school experience. But once I got the flow of things, like getting more reps and stuff like that, it came easier to me. So it really depends on where your background, your past comes from, how quick you learn to play and stuff like that.
All right, so the last thing I want to ask you is, what can we expect from Ian Shark in this next season? What's your expectations for yourself?
Well, my expectations for myself, first of all, solidify my starting spot and just like work harder, get where I want to go. I want to get like all these accolades and stuff like that. I want to get a lot of stuff going on for myself just so I can be a better person. Like, now the injuries are hopefully out the way for a while. It's just like I just want to get my strength and just be a better player. Hopefully get a bunch of accolades. I just said I'm retarded. I'm sorry. I just say that. But I want to be a better person, be a better athlete, stuff like that. Just dominate, have my coaches 100% trust me and be able to put me out there in this situation.
What do you think? What do you think is the key for like a winning season? What's the next step for the team to have a winning season?
Well, I feel like once we get our chemistry together, cause like all right, so now we know different from a winning season to a losing season because we had a great season my first year. Second year we had a bad season. Now we know the differences and what we missed, like between those two seasons, like what was the difference. Now we can take from the first season knowing like, all right, this is what we did to win championship, this is what we need to work on, and hopefully get like leadership and stuff like that. So I feel like once we tap into having that first season, like we got humbled with this bad season, I feel like we'll be straight next season knowing, what like it's not gonna be it's not gonna be as easy how it was the first season, like we got humbled. So we'll know what's going on.
All right, so this about to be your third season on the team. So are you gonna take one of those leadership roles, or you feel like you still trying to find your way?
Well, I mean, it's hard to be a leader when you can't talk straight. You know,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Sometimes I mumble and stuff like that. But no, I don't think I'm ready for that right now. You know, I'm still maybe if depending on how much of a good if I get better like playing wise, maybe during the middle of the season and
lead by example.
Yeah, stuff like that, and we'll see how it goes. But right now, I'm not ready for no leadership position. I gotta get better myself. I'll say get better myself. So it's gonna take some time.
All right, well, there you have it. Thank you for watching today's interview with the offensive lineman for South Carolina State, Ian Sharp. Don't forget to follow him on Instagram. It's going to be linked in the description, and you can see it right there. And just thank you for watching today's interview. Let me know who you want to see next, what you want to see next.